Hey everyone, welcome to this deep dive. It's built just for you. I'm Brian, and I'm really excited about what we're going to explore today.
Oh, me too.
With me is Chelsea, a true expert in the field of nutrition.
Thank you.
And I know you're going to find her insights so helpful.
I'm happy to be here.
Fantastic. And before we dive in, a quick mention that this deep dive is brought to you by the Detox Health YouTube channel.
Yes.
They have a ton of great videos all about well-being, so make sure to check them out after our conversation today. Okay, Chelsea, buckle up.
Okay.
Because I am genuinely so thrilled about this popcorn.
Popcorn.
That's what this deep dive is all about.
I'm eager to uncover what lies beneath the surface, beyond just the movie theater experience.
Exactly, because there's a whole story here way beyond what hits our taste buds during a film.
Right.
Today, we're taking a close look at popcorn for you. We'll be exploring its nutritional profile, what it actually offers your body.
Okay.
We'll also be highlighting the surprising health benefits it can provide when prepared in a healthy way. And of course, we need to talk about the potential downsides of those more common, less healthy preparations.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of conflicting information out there.
There is.
About whether popcorn is a good snack or not.
So to bring some clarity, we've looked into a range of reliable sources, including insightful articles from Medical News Today and Healthline, as well as helpful information from WebMD.
Great.
Our mission today is to really cut through those widespread ideas about popcorn and reveal some genuinely surprising facts about this incredibly popular snack.
Right.
We want to equip you with the knowledge to make informed choices the next time you're reaching for some popcorn. So, Chelsea, let's start with the fundamental question. What exactly is popcorn?
Well, fundamentally, popcorn is a very specific type of corn kernel. What makes it so special is that small amount of water trapped inside each one. When you apply heat, that water turns to steam, the pressure builds up inside the kernel, and then pop it bursts open into that fluffy treat we all enjoy.
It's almost like a little explosion happening in each kernel.
It is.
And it's not exactly a recent invention, is it? I recall reading something about its very long history.
That's right. Popcorn boasts a surprisingly extensive history. In fact, the oldest piece of popcorn ever discovered was found right here in North America, in New Mexico, and it dates back over 5,000 years.
Wow.
So this is a snack with a truly remarkable staying power.
5,000 years. That is mind-blowing. From an ancient snack to a movie night staple.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, it seems that popularity really surged during specific periods.
Absolutely. It gained significant popularity during the Great Depression because it was such an affordable treat.
Makes sense.
And if we fast forward to today, it's actually the most popular snack food in America. When we measure it by volume, people truly love their popcorn.
They really do. Okay, so we know what it is and that it has this incredible history.
Right.
Let's get to the core of why we're here, Chelsea.
Okay.
When you prepare it healthily, what nutritional benefits can you actually get from eating popcorn?
This is where it gets really fascinating. When prepared healthily, popcorn is actually quite a nutritional powerhouse for you. For starters, it's a whole grain, and as you likely know, whole grain have significant benefits because they retain their bran, germ, and endosperm.
Right.
They offer sustained energy, and key nutrients that are often lost in processed snacks
Okay.
are also linked to reduced inflammation in the body and a lower risk of heart disease.
Definitely important benefits to consider. So beyond being a whole grain, what specific nutrients are we talking about here that benefit you?
Well, if we consider a standard 1-ounce serving of air-popped popcorn, that's about 28.35 grams, you're looking at around 110 calories, which is quite reasonable for a snack. But take a look at this. You also get approximately 3.36 grams of protein, 22.1 grams of carbohydrates, and only about 1.29 grams of fat.
Wow.
But the real standout nutrient here is the fiber content, a fantastic 4.11 grams that makes it an excellent source of fiber.
Considerably less fat than many other common snacks and a serious fiber boost. That's probably not what comes to mind for most people when they grab some popcorn.
Exactly. And if we consider a slightly larger serving, say about 3 cups or 24 grams, you're still getting a solid 3.5 grams of fiber.
Okay.
The USDA actually recommends over 25 grams of fiber daily for most adults, and many people find it challenging to reach that goal, so popcorn can be a really easy and delicious way to increase your fiber intake.
Right.
Fiber acts like a cleanup crew for your digestive system,
Okay.
promoting healthy digestion and regular bowel movements.
We all know fiber is important for keeping things moving smoothly, right?
Absolutely. It's crucial for your digestive health and regularity, but beyond that, it plays a role in helping to regulate your blood sugar levels.
Okay.
And can even contribute to lowering cholesterol.
Wow.
And you mentioned the protein content, over 3 grams per serving.
Yeah.
Protein is essential for so many of your body's functions, from building and repairing tissues to supporting your immune system.
So it's not just empty calories, then it's actually providing your body with meaningful nutrients.
It is.
And I think I also saw something about vitamins and minerals.
You did. Unsalted air-popped popcorn contains a good variety of vitamins and minerals that are beneficial, including calcium, potassium, vitamin A, and vitamin K.
Okay.
So it's contributing to several essential nutrient categories, but here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
Popcorn is also rich in polyphenol antioxidants.
Polyphenols, that sounds intriguing. What do they do?
They are powerful plant compounds that act as antioxidants in your body.
Okay.
Think of free radicals as tiny, unstable pinballs bouncing around in your body, potentially causing damage. Antioxidants, like those in a popcorn, help to neutralize them, protecting your cells from this damage, which is linked to aging and various diseases.
Oh, wow.
Studies have connected these polyphenol antioxidants in popcorn to better blood circulation, improved digestive health, and a reduced risk of hypertension and diabetes. There's even some research suggesting they might play a role in reducing the risk of certain cancers, like prostate and breast cancer.
That's incredible. So this seemingly simple snack
Right.
is packed with all these beneficial compounds that work hard for your body. It's definitely changing how I think about popcorn.
Yeah.
Now, I also recall reading about its potential role in weight management. How
Yeah.
does that fit in?
Well, when you look at air-popped popcorn, it's naturally low in calories, fat, and sugar, and as we've discussed, it's high in fiber.
Right.
This combination can be really helpful if you're aiming to manage your weight as part of a balanced diet. Compared to many other popular snack foods, it's significantly lower in calories, around just 31 calories per cup for air-popped.
That's a huge difference, so you can enjoy a good-sized bowl without consuming a ton of calories.
Exactly. There was even a study that compared how full people felt after eating popcorn versus potato chip. And get this, 15 calories of popcorn were found to be as filling as 150 calories of potato chips.
Really?
That's likely because of its low energy density, you get a larger volume of food for fewer calories.
Right.
And that high fiber content, which helps you feel satisfied for longer.
That makes perfect sense. You get that satisfying crunch and a good amount of volume without the calorie overload. But I'm guessing, as with anything, moderation is still important.
Absolutely. Even healthy foods can contribute to weight gain if you consume them in excess. So while popcorn can be a fantastic snack option for weight management, keeping an eye on portion sizes is still key.
Okay, so we've talked about all the good stuff that popcorn can offer.
Yeah.
But we know that not all popcorn is created equal, right? This is where how it's prepared really makes a difference for your health. Let's delve into the not-so-good side of things now. By the way, if you're finding this information valuable, please hit that like button.
You're absolutely right. The way popcorn is prepared can completely negate those health benefits we've been discussing. A significant concern here is prepackaged microwave popcorn. While it's convenient, there are some potential downsides that you should be aware of.
Like what specifically? I know I've heard some concern about those bags before.
One primary concern has been regarding a chemical called perfluorooctanoic acid, or PFOA, which is often used in the lining of microwave popcorn bags.
Yeah.
This chemical has been linked to various health issues, including ADHD and thyroid problems. Additionally, some microwave popcorn contains diacetyl, a chemical used in artificial butter flavoring. While the risks to the general public aren't entirely clear, animal studies have suggested that inhaling diacetyl can potentially damage airways.
That sounds quite concerning.
Yeah.
And I believe there are also past issues with trans fats in some of those microwave versions.
Yes, that's another crucial point. Many brands used to use hydrogenated oils which could contain harmful trans fats. While trans fats are now largely banned in the U.S., there might still be trans amounts in older products, and they have been linked to an increased risk of heart disease.
Got it.
So even if a brand claims to be free of certain chemicals, it might still be worthwhile to consider other methods of making your popcorn.
Definitely something important to keep in mind. And it's not just microwave popcorn we need to be cautious about. I'm thinking about that enormous tub you might get at the movie theater.
Oh, movie theater popcorn. That's a perfect example of how the preparation can transform a healthy snack into something far less beneficial.
Right.
A report by the Center for Science and the Public Interest actually found that a medium-sized popcorn at a popular movie theater chain could contain a staggering 1,200 calories, and that's before you even add any buttery topping.
1,200 calories, that could be almost an entire day's calorie intake for some people.
It truly is, and it's not just the high calorie count. These commercially prepared popcorns, whether you get them at the movies or buy them pre-made, are often loaded with unhealthy fats, artificial flavorings, and excessive amounts of sugar and salt.
Yeah.
These additions significantly reduce the nutritional value and can contribute to weight gain and other health problems.
So it sounds like the fantastic benefits we discussed earlier really depend on that key phrase, air-popped oil-free popcorn.
Exactly. That's really the gold standard when it comes to healthy popcorn.
Okay, so the solution seems to be making our own popcorn at home. What are the healthiest ways to go about that?
You've got it. Air popping, whether you use a dedicated air popper or simply do it in a pot on your stovetop, is definitely the healthiest method. If you prefer to use a little oil for stovetop popping, opt for healthy oils like olive oil or coconut oil.
And it's surprisingly simple to do with a stovetop, right?
It is all you essentially need is a pot with a tight-fitting lid, a small amount of oil if you choose your popcorn kernels, and perhaps a pinch of salt. You heat the oil and kernels in the pot, keep the lid on, and let it pop away until the popping slows down. Then you can season it lightly to your liking.
Simple as that. And what about flavoring? How can we add some excitement to our homemade popcorn without negating all the healthy aspects?
This is where you can get creative and experiment. Instead of excessive amounts of butter and salt, try using fresh herbs and spices for flavor. A small amount of salt or a drizzle of healthy oil is perfectly fine. Nutritional yeast is a fantastic option. It provides a nutty, cheesy flavor and even adds some extra nutrients.
I like that.
For a sweet variation, you could try a light drizzle of natural nut butter or a sprinkle of cinnamon or even some dark chocolate shavings.
Those all sounds like delicious and healthy alternative. I'm definitely going to try the nutritional yeast. I've heard great things about it.
It is good.
Okay, Chelsea, let's briefly touch on popcorn and specific health conditions.
Okay.
I know diabetes we've mentioned in our sources. What's the key information there?
That's a good question. For individuals managing diabetes, it's important to be mindful of carbohydrate intake.
Right.
Air-popped, unsweetened, unsalted popcorn is approximately 78% carbohydrates, so moderation is key. However, it can still be a healthy snack option in appropriate portions. The American Dietetic Association considers about 3 cups of air-popped popcorn to contain around 15 grams of carbohydrates, which can be a useful guideline for carbohydrate counting.
So it could be included in a diabetes-friendly diet, but portion control is really important.
Precisely. It's always best for individuals with diabetes to consult with their healthcare team to determine their specific carbohydrate goals.
Okay.
However, it's also worth noting that popcorn has a relatively low glycemic index,
Right.
which means it may help maintain more stable blood sugar levels compared to foods with a high glycemic index.
That's good information to have. It sounds like even with specific health considerations, popcorn can still be a viable snack option when you prepare it thoughtfully.
Absolutely. It truly comes down to being aware of how it's made and what's added to it.
Okay, Chelsea, this has been incredibly insightful, and I'm sure for our listener as well. I think we've really uncovered the truth that popcorn is much more than just an unhealthy movie snack.
Right.
Before we wrap up, could you provide a quick summary of the key takeaways for our listener?
Certainly, the main thing to remember is that popcorn can be a highly nutritious snack due to its whole grain properties and its high fiber and antioxidant content. When you choose air-popped popcorn and prepare it without excessive unhealthy additions, it offers potential benefits for managing weight and even helping to control blood sugar levels.
Okay.
However, those commercially prepared versions often contain unhealthy amounts of fat, sugar, and salt, which significantly diminish those benefits.
So the power is in our hands, or rather in our popcorn poppers. We need to be mindful of how our popcorn is prepared and really opt for those healthier homemade versions.
Yeah.
And on that note, I want you to consider this. Given the significant difference in nutritional profiles, depending on how it's prepared, how might rethinking even seemingly simple go-to snacks like popcorn have a noticeable impact on your overall health and well-being?
That's a good point.
It's definitely something worth pondering. Chelsea, thank you so much for illuminating the surprisingly healthy side of popcorn.
My pleasure. It's always interesting to delve into the details of everyday foods.
And thank you, our wonderful listener, for joining us on this deep dive. If you found this exploration of popcorn insightful, please consider subscribing to the Detox Health YouTube channel for more in-depth discussions on health and nutrition topics. Upon our next deep dive together, stay curious and stay healthy.
Bye. Bye.
Take care.
See ya.